All right, let's talk about Terence Bud Crawford. And let's talk about what are the legacy fights for Terence Crawford. Because a lot of people are saying, well, Terence needs to be worried about legacy fights at this stage of his career at the age of 36. So what are the legacy fights for Terence Crawford?
Well, let's just put it like this. There's no one fight out there that can be signed immediately that's going to take him from here to way up here. Unless it was somehow Canelo, which we know that's probably not going to happen. Some people want to see him fight Tim Tszyu. Let's talk about that. Tim Tszyu is a good fighter. Hasn't built up much of a name outside of the name he already carries from his dad. He's a good fighter at 154, right? A lot of people want to see Terence go up and take the belt from him.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost compare that fight when, like how Sugar Ray Leonard went up to 154 and got a title.
Against Yaub Khalil.
Nobody talks about that fight.
They don't talk about that at
That
all.
fight didn't define Sugar Ray or anything. It did. I'm not gonna say it didn't do anything, but that's not what people talk about in hindsight, right?
Yeah.
That's just people want Terence to get the 154 belt just to say, okay, he's a
four-weight division champion.
Oh, and that sounds good, but it's also about your quality of opponent. Now we don't know how good Tim Tszyu is yet, because Tim Tszyu ain't even been in there versus everybody yet, or even 80% of everybody in that division yet.
So let me ask you this though: who's a better quality opponent, Tim Tszyu or Jaron Boots Ennis?
I would say Jaron is definitely more talented.
Mm-hmm.
Probably is a little bit more dangerous just based off of his skill set. But I can't take nothing from Tim Tszyu because he's shown some skill. I just don't see the same amount of talent. Now, that's not the end all be all. I just get a little bit more excited when you got a young guy like Jaron Ennis. You know what I'm saying? Showing that speed, that power, that movement. And he's naturally bigger than Terence, which Tim Tszyu is too. But it's just a little bit more flair with Jaron.
Right.
That gets me a little bit more excited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
hey.
saying? So I would roll, if I had to choose in a perfect world, you take politics out of it, you take, got to choose this route or whatever, you take everything out. What the daddy say, what Terence say, anything. I want Jaron Ennis versus Terence Crawford. Now that may or may not happen. But I would choose that over a Tim Tszyu fight. Me personally. I don't care if it had to be a catch weight.
You rather see Terence Bud Crawford versus Jaron Boots Ennis rather than Terence versus Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, I favor that hands down over the.
And I actually agree with you. I think that's a better quality matchup in my opinion.
I have no problem if he fight Tim for a belt.
Yeah, no problem at all. But if you had to pick, it would be Jaron Boots Ennis for Terence next.
No doubt about it.
Gotcha.
No doubt about it.
Yes, indeed, y'all. This is the Adams Boxing Show, y'all.